Hi, my name is Ben. I work for the Game Haus, and today we're continuing our series on our NFL Top 100 players as voted by us here at TGH. We're doing 30 through 21 today, so we'll go ahead and start with Zach Martin, who is also, like a bunch of running backs, in a bit of a dispute with his team, but he was named the very first 99 overall guard in Madden since 2003. If that doesn't speak to what he can do, then I don't think anything will. He made the Pro Bowl and First Team All-Pro for the 8th and 6th time respectively in 2022. He's an anchor among anchors, as I say right here. He is absolutely one of the best guards in the entire league. Number 29 is Stephon Diggs, who a lot of people know. He's a household name. Had almost 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns last season, beating his 2021 marks in both categories. One of the biggest receiving threats in the league, and a very important part of that Bills offense that has Super Bowl expectations. Number 28 is Josh Jacobs, who had a contract year in 2022 and delivered. Had over 1,650 yards, 12 touchdowns, and he also added a bit of value at receiver, which is interesting, with 53 catches for 400 yards. Defense wasn't able to move the ball through the air, but Josh Jacobs could get out in space and move. He's an incredibly important part of that offense. Number 27 is Nick Chubb, another one of the best running backs in the entire NFL. Put up career numbers in rushing yards, attempts, and touchdowns last season. He missed out on the rushing title, but he's very, very essential to the Browns offense that hopes to have a bounce back year this year. Nick Chubb, not a lot to say other than he's one of the best. And then continuing on with yet another of the best running backs in the league, Derrick Henry. He had a big slide from last year's rankings. That doesn't stop from being the last bell cow back in the league. He's only failed to post over 1,000 rushing yards once, but he only played in 8 games that season. He returned to form last year with over 1,500 yards and 13 touchdowns. One of the most iconic running backs of this era. Again, not a lot to say. He's a fantasy stud, so Derrick Henry sits at number 26. 25, Jason Kelce also kind of became a household name last season. He's had a Hall of Fame career already. He earned his 5th All-Pro selection and made history by playing in the same Super Bowl as his brother. We're really getting into the household names now. Number 24 is Jamar Chase. Coming off of his AP Offensive Rookie of the Year season, he didn't disappoint. He totaled 1,046 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns, and he only played in 12 games. He's already on pace for a Hall of Fame career, and he's already broken most of the rookie receiving records in NFL history. Burrow to Chase is one of those things like Manning to Marvin Harrison that could be absolutely iconic going forward. Number 23 is Minkah Fitzpatrick. Sort of blurs the line between safety and defensive back, but he's a very, very rangy player with a nose for the ball. Placed 10th in Defensive Player of the Year voting last season. His first time receiving a top 10 placement for the award, so that's why he's so high this year. A.J. Brown was traded out of Tennessee during draft night last season and flourished anyway. He also went to the Super Bowl with the Eagles. Lots of Eagles up here. Had almost 1,500 yards and 11 touchdowns with 17 yards per catch. He managed to impress as a receiver, even though he was on the most run-heavy offense in the entire league. And then finally, number 21 is Lane Johnson, another Eagle. Another member of the Eagles offensive line that helped set rushing records. Obviously made the Super Bowl, made the First Team All-Pro last year for the 2nd time, made his 4th Pro Bowl, one of the best right tackles in the league, and a big part of that rushing offense that got the Eagles all the way to the last game of the season. So that's numbers 30 through 21. You can check back on our YouTube page for the rest of these videos, and stay tuned for the last 2. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it.